what I wanted to ask you was, you had mentioned in your story that your coach at UCF was a Black woman. You're a Black woman, and you wear many hats and you do many things for student athletes. How important is representation? How important was it for you as a student athlete, and how important is it for you now as someone who works in college athletics for the student athletes to see someone who looks like them, who's been there and done that, and doing all the things you're doing now?
Man, great question, Tristan. Gosh. I think representation is very important. So I'll just go ahead and put that out there. Thinking back on my story, I think I was just fortunate, if that makes sense. My high school coach was a Black man. My college coach was a Black woman. So I was never coached by somebody who didn't at least look like me in some capacity. And so for me, that seemed normal. Like when Coach Carroll called and said, hey, we want you to come to UCF. I'm the head coach. Like it didn't seem strange to me, if that made sense. Like I wasn't like, oh, whoa, oh my God. Nothing. Right. Didn't even notice that. Even when I was getting recruited and wanted to go to A&M, obviously, you know who the head coach is, Pat Henry, Vince Anderson, they are white men. I still didn't even look at it as like anything different. It was like, it's a coach. I'm just trying to get better. I'm kind of going to the Olympics. Like, are you going to help me get there? It wasn't until I actually was under Coach Carroll and just watching how she moves and even watching how she spoke to other administrators, other coaches, showing how like I deserve to be here. I deserve to be at UCF in the capacity that I am. We're winning championships. And I'm also creating young women. Like they're winning, but they also are very respectful because they're going to the programming that is presented to them and taking advantage of the resources, because I don't want them to be like me. My coach used to say that all the time. She was like, I went to UCLA. I was an All-American. I was this and that and third. But then you get caught up. And then that's what happens. You just dwindle. And so she said, I don't want that to happen to you all. I don't want y'all to make the mistakes that I make. And so for her to put her real life out there for us to see, that was very helpful. But then again, also just being able to see her move and just work the room, that was good for me to see too. Because again, it just showed that the sky's the limit. If she can do it, I can do it too. There's been plenty of times where she would do something, I'm like, yo, she is a bad mama jama. I'm trying to be just like her when I grow up. And so even when I got to meet Marcus and Corey, Black man, Black woman, I just got to see a lot of people in places of power that I'm like, yo, if you're doing that, I want to do that too. And so for me as an administrator, it's really important for my student athletes to see me. It was really important for my students at Wheaton to see me. Again, the athletics program didn't have a lot of people of color, but the people of color that they did have, I was making sure the students saw me, asking them how they were doing, where they're from, what's going on, everything. I wanted them to be able to see that I was a resource for them, but also I'm in a position of change. And so being at Baylor, it's the same thing. My students love that we have an office of people of color. Like we're so diverse, not even like racially, but like gender wise too. I think our women outnumber the men. I think 6 to 12. Like we're running things at Baylor. And I think that's again just important because women need to know that we have seats at the table and that we are obviously just as capable, or if not more, and I hate to say it because I love y'all both, than men. And we hear all the time, especially in workshops where they say women can see a job description that has, I don't know, they have 5 of the 6 things that's on the list, but that 6th thing is the reason why they won't apply. Where a man will look at it and probably have 3 out of the 6 and be like, oh, Steph Curry, let's see what happens. And what happens, they will either get the job and they'll figure it out. So right. For us, and especially for me, I constantly ask my student athletes what they want to do. What are you trying to do after school? So basically being Corey again, what are you trying to do after this? Or even while you're here, like, what kind of legacy are you trying to leave here? Because I don't want you to all just come and just be a student athlete. Do more. Like this is the prime time. People are literally breaking their backs to make sure that your experience is the best one. Why would you not take advantage of all the things that we have for you? If I'm giving you scholarships, or if I'm giving you this workshop or this internship to apply for, there's a reason why I'm doing it. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to get it. And that's going to be the experience you need to know that once you hang up that cleats or you're done throwing that ball, I can be a functioning adult, or I can be a functioning professional. So again, representation is key. I love that Marcus Sedbury is our head honcho in our office because, again, as a well-respected Black man, he is the stepping stone or the symbol of strength for our men, especially our football players. Like, I hate when people see our men of color and think, oh, he's a great athlete. Oh, he gonna go on Saturday night, Sunday night football, or oh, he's gonna be on somebody's NBA team. That's cool. But I think you should also say, yo, you gonna be somebody's CEO one day. Man, you look like an AD. Man, you look like, just something. Like, tell them, like, let them know that they can be something outside of their sports. They hear that all the time. It gets boring after a while. But I bet if you tell them, hey, you looking like a CEO right now, you will stop them dead in their tracks. Wait, what? A CEO? Girl, get out of here. Nah, you look real presidential right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You just gotta speak life into our students, and them, again, being able to see me young, Black, in my position, that tells them, like, yo, you can do this too. And come on, we need more of you, for real.
All right. I definitely say on this representation matters piece that knowing you, and we call you Live a Legend for a reason. Me and Tristan don't say things just to say it.
Yes,
like, you don't understand how influential you are in this process of where we are now. I wouldn't be here. Tristan wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. You being in the office, everything you did, what you stood for, a student athlete, Black woman, dope person to be around. Your energy was there. I came to the office to see what you do and see how you operate, see how you roll. I wanted to be a lawyer. Came in the office, ended up throwing me with Devontae, nightlife, and now I'm here now. It's all because of you. So on the representation matters, even you being an athlete, like, man, she's dope, man. I should do something like this. And speak for me and Tristan. If it wasn't for you, I'm not going to that office multiple times. I care less about that office. Like, let's be real. I'm gonna be so serious. I'm not going to office like that. We came there to see you and hang out with you. And from there, Tristan interned. I interned. We were about to create our own program together. Now, this is like straight up being completely honest. Now we're here. Walk On Nation, everything we've done to this point doesn't happen without you. It stems from you. And when we say representation, when we say representation matters, this is what we mean. So you don't understand how much influence you put on student athletes. That's why me and Tristan get on you sometimes, because we see how great you are. If it weren't for you, there wouldn't be us. There wouldn't be us to influence more athletes. You were the reason we're doing what we're doing now, because of the great things and the energy and just the love and care you showed on us, showing that we are humans. We're more than athletes. You came you look like presidential today. I'm like, oh, I might be cool today. I'm better than a football player. But all jokes aside, this doesn't happen without you. So that's why we preach core values, all this stuff, and everything you preach and do is the same thing we do, but it came from a point, and that point came from what you do in the office at UCF, and that branched on us and leaked over to us, and now we're here now. So back to what I said, representation matters, and calling you a living legend. There's a reason why we do that, because without you, it wouldn't be us.
One thing I will say, though, going back off that, coming into the office when you intern, Mike, I will never forget how sharp you used to look every time you used to come in our office. Man, Buddy used to come in with a briefcase and a suit on, and we'd be like, yo, you already knew. They were like, you're doing too much. And I'm like, no, I'm here for all of this. Please, Black man, come in here. Take my seat. Go ahead. You good. I'm working for you. What you need from me? Coffee? So, nah, y'all are just amazing. We've created some great things at UCF. We went through a lot of stuff, but we definitely created and made some noise. You all literally were probably a reason why a lot of the football players came into our office, because they saw y'all. They really did. What Tristan? You remember they used to be like, "What Tristan and Mike doing?" They're interning. What do you mean interning? The program that you just had last night. That was them. Wait, what? Yeah, they're getting their bags right now. And that made the guys like, well, what do I need to do? Well, come on, talk to them. So you all definitely inspired a lot of your teammates, for sure, to take advantage of what we were offering at the office. And it only came from y'all. It wasn't me. I was okay. I was just a little Black girl in the office, but y'all were the reasons why the guys stopped and said, hey, what they doing in there? And then once they got in, I got them. Hey, y'all, come in here. Come on. What's your core values? Come in here, CEO. Mr. President, come on.